أهلا بكم في هذه المقابلة الخاصة مع عضو الكونغرس الأمريكي جو ويلسون. Senator Wilson, it's good to have you here, and thank you very much for allowing us this opportunity to conduct this interview. Well, you're visiting Jordan and how you view Jordan rules in the region, which is witnessing difficult crises and tough times.
Well, actually, this is a number of times I've visited Jordan, and it's so impressive. Every time I've come, I've been so impressed. And today, another meeting with King Abdullah. I've met with him previously. What an inspiration he is. And then also, I've had the opportunity to visit the police training facility, helping the people of Iraq as they have transitioned. And then I've also seen, incredibly, the refugee camp for Syrians. And it was so impressive to me to see how hard working the people are of Jordan to help the people of your neighborhood in Iraq and indeed in Syria. And then it's personal. My two oldest sons actually served in Iraq. And so we have a deep appreciation and hope for the people of Iraq that they have a future. And hey, I want them to have a future like I see here in Jordan. I know people in Amman and across the country would not know or agree, but when I see the traffic jams, to me that's a symbol of progress. That means that people have the independence to buy a vehicle, they can make the payments, pay for the gas, they have an independence to choose where they work, choose where they live. It just, and to see the number of small businesses as we've traveled around the past couple of days, it's just so inspiring to see what a model, I believe, of what can be for the Middle East is here in Jordan.
Well, quite obviously, you've got like a great picture and an impression. And our relationship always described as strategic, historical. Do you think this contributed in a way in reducing the tariffs in Jordan?
Absolutely, and I'm really grateful. I appreciate very much the leadership of President Donald Trump. He is a business person, and so he wants to work where tariffs are mutually beneficial, not barring trade, but to increase trade. And also, I'm quite aware here we have an American Chamber of Commerce, AmCham, that's very dynamic, and we want more American investments here for the people of Jordan, for the people of the Middle East, and the location of Jordan is so helpful to have manufacturing and or distribution here in Jordan throughout the region.
Senator, now, how are you acting in the House of Foreign Affairs Committee after the UN declared the famine in Gaza, and you know the humanitarian situation in Gaza is like hell?
Well, I have deep sympathy for the people of Gaza, and I really appreciate that Jordan, through the Jordan corridor, has made such a difference in providing equipment, and I'm also grateful that the United States helped pay for the trucks. The facilities, I've just visited the facilities, they are world-class, and I'm just confident that with the leadership of the foreign minister, we had a wonderful visit with him earlier today, and hey, gosh, the best thing, Ambassador Tom Barrack. This is an individual who has deep affection for this region, for the people of Jordan. He is such a talented individual, and his working to help and work in the region, to work with the people of Syria, to work with Jordan. Hey, success in Lebanon. I've been to Beirut before, but I'm really grateful that now Lebanon has a new government. And then there's a relationship in my home community. We have a very dynamic Syrian-Lebanese community. These are very successful business people in South Carolina. And so you wouldn't think of it, but truly the Lebanese-Syrian community with a bit of Jordanian too, but these are very successful business people who have been in our country for about 150 years, and utter total and positive assimilation, and leaders in government, leaders in business, and they have a background here of this region.
Now, I'll be very honest with you, Senator. Do you agree that Israel violated the international law in its war in Gaza? I need an honest opinion from you.
Well, my view is that it would be in the mutual benefit of the people of Israel, for the people of Gaza, people of the Middle East, that every effort be made for a ceasefire, to return to a level of stability, and then very, very important. To me, I actually equate the fall of the dictatorship in Damascus, the Assad dictatorship, to be, I want it to be the equivalent of the fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989. That led to dozens of countries being free. Tens of millions of people now are free because the wall fell. And I sincerely believe with the fall of the dictatorship, this is going to be so beneficial to Jordan to have a country that's not fragmented, that is economically vibrant, and then with the Gulf states. And hey, working with Saudi Arabia, I'm so grateful for the leadership of Saudi Arabia. And then over the years, I've had an opportunity to work with the government of Turkey, and I want to see, indeed, a working relationship of the different countries in the Middle East that are going to be so positive for the people, ultimately the people of Jordan, who happen to be right in the middle.
Now, as I said before, there's thousands of people, many of the kids are suffering, they die from hunger in Gaza. Still, we don't have the ceasefire, an agreement between Hamas and Israel. How do you think this war would end?
I'm really very hopeful for the people of Gaza itself that there would be a disarming of Hamas, that there would be a level of stability, and I've had the opportunity to have a number of visits, whether to Qatar. I'm very grateful to be the co-chair of the Qatar caucus and to see Qatar being such a positive influence in the region. I have been very grateful over the years to visit Bahrain, America. In Qatar, of course, we have the Al Udeid Air Base that is so important. And then I'm very grateful that we have the Navy base in Bahrain. And to find out that the United States has had a relationship with Bahrain, the kingdom, since 1895. And so and then of course, I'm so proud that America came in to save the independence of Kuwait. So over and over again, I want American influence to be positive, to create a level of stability and opportunity and investments. And hey, I can relate. My home state, we benefit from German investments, BMW. We want everybody in Jordan to have an X5. Those are made in South Carolina. I benefit in my district. I've got German investments, French investments, Swiss investments, and so vice versa. We want foreign direct investments in America, but also we want to be able to make foreign direct investments, creating jobs here in Jordan and the region.
I will ask about Syria now. Are you still optimistic about the new Syrian administration? Do you think there will be a change after the election, the upcoming election?
I'm very hopeful, and again, two of my sons served there, and hey, a residual effect. My oldest son, my second son, have a deep affection for the people of Iraq, and there's a lasting part that's going to come about, I believe, in that my dad served in India and China during World War II. He was in the Flying Tigers, and so from that, I had the opportunity to identify with Indian Americans who have been so successful in the United States. And so over and over again, due to his service overseas, India and China, it's opened my eyes to the opportunities we have. And now my two oldest sons served in Iraq, my third son served in Egypt with Bright Star, and my youngest son was an engineer in Afghanistan. All credit to their mother, Roxanne. So that we have 4 military sons. And I was domestic service in the Army, but hey, we want the best for this region. We want stability, we want opportunity for the young people, and hey, it's mutual benefit. American foreign policy, in my view, is mutual benefit. We rebuilt Germany and Japan after World War II. We did not hold it against them, and Italy. And so we can be at war, or we can have divisions, and then we overcome that for mutual benefit. And so that's, I'm so looking forward to, again, a restoration of a dynamic next-door neighbor called Syria.
Has the United States, in your opinion, rushed to withdraw its forces from the American military bases in Iraq?
Well, and we have the bases there at Baghdad. I've had wonderful visits across the country to see the progress of the Kurdistan regional government. I am very appreciative in We have in Turkey Incirlik Air Base. These are so important as we're trying to promote stability in the Middle East for the benefit of the people of the Middle East, which is mutually beneficial to the people of America, because we want peace and stability. We want economic markets. I've already told you, I want everybody here to have a BMW X5. And so over and over again, working together, we benefit. And then also, I'm really grateful, my home state, we build 787 Dreamliners, Boeing 787s. And I appreciate so much President Trump last month visiting in Doha and having an agreement to buy $96 billion worth of 787s. And then I'm really grateful for what President Trump has done to visit Riyadh for a $1 trillion investment, then visit UAE for a $1 trillion investment. And so this ties the United States ever more closer to the people of the Middle East, and should be recognized that President Trump has also a great hope for peace. He tried to give the regime in Tehran through negotiation to avoid military action, but the regime in Tehran were so provocative and, to me, so dangerous to all of their allies.
So you don't see the negotiation between the U.S. and Iran coming soon?
I'm just really grateful that indeed we have a president who tries to reach out for peace, but if it doesn't, then he stands up to avoid continuing capabilities of enemies. And sadly, the regime in Tehran is a threat to the region. We see that with the efforts of their support of the Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthis, and the attacks on shipping. But gosh, what a change for the people of Syria, for the people of Lebanon. Your neighborhood, I believe, has great opportunity for success.
You mentioned the threat, Senator. What about the threat, the recent escalation in the West Bank and the settlers' behaviors?
And truly, the area, from my view, I'm very hoping that stability can just be maintained as it is, and respect for the people of Jordan. And I know the American people have a deep affection, again, for the people of Jordan. And then we look at the positive of the changes of government in Syria and Lebanon. I'm really hoping that in the elections in Iraq, that the pro-democratic forces are successful, and then every effort should be made to isolate the regime in Tehran, which to me is a threat to the stability of the entire region.
You know, as a fact, Senator, there are many European countries are considering recognizing the Palestinian state by September. What about the United States?
This, I would leave it very much. Hey, we've got a great president, okay? I'm very proud of President Donald Trump. And then also, I'm very grateful for the leadership of Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He is just a person, having served in the U.S. Senate. Hey, his family understands the totalitarianism. His family had to flee from Cuba to come to the United States. And then his family flourished by being in the United States. But he had to leave his homeland. So he understands how important it is for people to be able to stay in their homeland, stay in their native country, and to be successful.
And be recognized by others as well.
And just be positive.
Positive, not recognized?
I just have faith in Marco Rubio, and I'm really very optimistic for the region.
Well, thank you very much, Senator Joe Wilson, for your visit to Jordan and the opportunity with AlMamlaka channel to conduct this interview. Thank you very much.
Well, my honor to be here. And again, the people of Jordan are an inspiration, and we wish the best for their success, continued success, and even greater success. Thank you.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.